Approaching telling the story of the Civil War, it's enormous. It's big to think about. And so we constructed the film in such a way that you do get to see the human side. And so we did it with a layered concept so that we could juxtapose different kinds of imagery, one on top of another. And that allows us to do these juxtapositions and really dig into this concept.
How do we weave these various stories together and the different perspectives and viewpoints of the people that live the story? But even at a higher level, at a more meta level, kind of thinking about how the theater actually works itself and the idea of these two layers of simultaneity and how things aren't laid out in a sort of a neat order, but history tends to collide and is unpredictable, and things are happening at the same time, and things are happening differently to different people in different ways. That there's kind of a dreamlike, nightmarish quality to the experience. And I also wanted to offer visitors something that was, cool and that was different than what they might expect, and something that's unique to this place.
Well, this film was a lot of fun to work on just because it was different in having the two screens, the front and back screen, and trying to figure the best way to utilize that 3D extra bit that you've got there to work with to help tell the story and do some things cool visually that people haven't seen before.
It offers so many possibilities for connection and surprise and, kind of maybe questioning what you think you know about something that, everybody thinks they know about, but they really don't.
They're all the projects are different. I mean, I try to look at things when I'm scoring something through lens, of what, again, trying to get that emotional connection between the viewer and the story. It's all about supporting the story.
Sending the United States into mourning and confusion.
We've heard so many things and seen so many Civil War things that have just feel so much the same, the same instrumentation, the same type of, things. I just wanted to, again, use instruments and things that would have probably, you would have been hearing at the time, and performed in ways that you would have been hearing at the time as well, rather than what Hollywood has done, as far as, the big scoring type of things. I mean, it's a different kind of approach,
It's interesting that it's such a bold vision because it's so essentially, the truth. I think that our team likes to do that, likes to sort of mix up the different modes of storytelling, and whether it's a dimensional environment or a theatrical approach, or taking objects and combining them with, an audioscape or a projected world.
I just enjoyed the whole experience doing. I mean, like I said, John and I have been working together for so long. We collaborate on these films. I mean, I had some things that I really enjoyed doing visually, and then musically. For me, I really enjoyed the solution to the slave market scene.
Right up, gentlemen, step right up. Last item up for bid today. Lot 24, 16-year-old Negro male. Good for the house, good for the field.
It's really more about just evoking again this environment.
You can kind of delve into heavy learning moments, but then there's also the opportunity to sort of immerse yourself in something that's more emotionally connecting.
So it's always an honor for me to be able to do this kind of gig and see my history, my people's history included in a way that suggests we were there.
And so the opportunity to really crack this thing open and bring other voices into it, bring other perspectives into it, and really portray this, cataclysmic event as a struggle for freedom and really a collision, within this country.
I'm just really grateful in so many ways that the story has a different shading now than what we've been used to.
I think so many people did not realize how much the African Americans had to do in their own emancipation.
There's still so much more to be told. So hopefully this will pique people's curiosity and they'll begin to find where they can get these stories. I think that's the hope with all of the work, and that's from everybody on the team, is that you will leave and ask yourself some questions about what you know and what you didn't know.
A lot of our job has to do with being good listeners and listening to the scholar.
It's a very, theatrical or operatic sort of staging idea.
The way the ending works is pretty strong as well. It's a little bit more traditional in its way, but it's still got kind of, again, reprising some of these instruments you've heard through the entire thing.
One thing is not going to do it all, right? But to introduce the idea